Hi, I'm Mel and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a sports therapist and a lecturer with a background of biomedical sciences, and my main purpose for doing this YouTube channel is to talk about women's health and in particular the menopause. So let's start. When we think about menopause, we think about two things. Perimenopause, which is all the symptoms you get long before your actual menopause really starts. The menopause bit, the bit that everybody names, is actually you have to not have a period for 1 year consecutively. So 1 full year, no period. It can happen ages 35 plus and up, although for some unlucky few, they can have menopause symptoms starting from like 15 years old. But that's in rare cases, but it can happen. Everybody's different and everybody's story and journey is going to be different. Let me tell you my story. So my period stopped 1 February, woohoo! And then I was thinking, oh, I'm counting the days. Suddenly I realized it was 6 months, no period. This is good. This is good stuff. And I'm like celebrating. I get to end of January, period comes back. Okay, that means that I'm not in menopause, I'm still in perimenopause. And then I had to go a whole another 6 months for having a period every month. It came back like it was my regular friend. I mean, who would think it? Finally, it went. So let's talk about some of these menopause symptoms, shall we? Now, most of the symptoms that you're going to experience are going to happen to you during a perimenopause phase. As our estrogen level reduces, our body is under stress to try to rebalance itself. So some of the things that you're going to experience, I'm going to list them now, but we're going to talk about them a lot more when we go through future videos. So you need to come back. So the release of oxytocin is one. Now the release of oxytocin causes our joints to become inflamed, and that means that we're going to suffer from a lot more joint pain, and indiscriminate joint pain. So shoulders, knees, elbows, it'll be all different, and different joints will become inflamed at different times. You're also going to suffer from a reduction of immunity, and that means that you're going to be more susceptible to coughs and colds and flus. You're going to get a loss of concentration. It'll be quite difficult to focus, which is really hard when you're trying to work, and particularly in this situation that we find ourselves in, being able to focus at home is hard enough without now having the loss of concentration from the menopause. Mood swings is a big thing, and not just small mood swings where 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down, or you're crying at ridiculous things like, for me, for instance, I'm crying at home and away. I mean, come on now. But you can also experience depression. You're a bit more predisposed to getting bouts of depression during the menopause if, for instance, you had postnatal depression from pregnancy. Fatigue, a real tiredness, a real heavy-headed fatigue where you go to bed tired and you wake up tired. No matter how much sleep you've had, it feels like you've had too much sleep. Night sweats. Now this is a continuation of the hot flushes, and night sweats is worse. So you wake up totally drenched in sweat, wet, everything around you soaking, your bedclothes, your night clothes that you're sleeping in, and you have to get up and change your bedding, which can be a real nightmare when you are sleeping next to your partner, who you now also have to wake up because his side of the bed is now also wet from you. Awkward. You're going to suffer from memory loss. Real struggles to remember words. You can see the word, but you can't quite get the word out. Really distressing and debilitating. And it makes you think that maybe you're suffering from Alzheimer's or something. Hair loss or hair thinning. My particular journey with that, with hair loss, I struggled and had to cut all my hair off, as you can see in the videos. Dry, irritated skin. Tired, dry eyes and blurred vision. Not old lady eyes, but you're getting blurred vision because your eye muscles have become tired from your body being in that overstressed state. Vaginal dryness, and we'll talk more about this, but vaginal dryness and vaginal atrophy. It becomes painful during intercourse, and you also lose libido. Loss of proprioception, which means that you become quite clumsy and you're walking into things. And if you're anything like me, you start blaming the table for moving in your way. just a few of the things. And like I said, we will go over these in a lot more detail in the weeks to come. Wow, and what about the hot flushes? Let's talk about the hot flush. So everybody thinks that a hot flush, you'll get a little bit hot and you can just dust yourself off like this because you're a little bit hot. We know it is the most embarrassing thing ever. You're sitting, minding your own business, in a restaurant with your friends, in your early 40s, minding your own business, and all of a sudden, your face starts to melt, literally melt. And then your best friend looks at you and goes, do you need to go to the bathroom? Your makeup's dripping down your face. Embarrassing. So I know all of those symptoms I've just mentioned are very real and also very scary, but you're not alone. So the thing that I found that's helped me the most with all of this is my sisterhood, my family and my friends, my girlfriends. We talk about this all the time. We talk about it openly. So that's what this YouTube channel's about. It's so that you don't feel on your own and so that we can talk about it together. So we're going to go through and we're going to talk about all these crazy symptoms, and we're going to talk about ways to help you through this crazy, because it is only just a journey through a little bit of crazy. You're not alone. You're not going mad. It's a normal, natural thing that happens to every woman. And we're going to talk about how we're going to get through it together. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It's very much appreciated. If you've got stories about your menopause journey, please pop them in the box, the comments box. If you've got tips, things that have worked for you, also pop them in the box. Let's share together. Let's go on this journey together. Please hit subscribe if you liked what you saw, and come back and watch some more.